Prosper ISD continues to be one of the fastest growing school districts in the state for a very simple reason. Our families and our district have a shared vision for an education system that develops and graduates motivated, academically prepared individuals with the strength of character to make contributions to a rapidly changing society. Our schools maintain high expectations, provide quality instruction, and establish a safe, orderly learning environment. And while our students and our campuses are high achieving by every measure, the families and communities we serve know our students are much more than a test score. And what makes our campus special is much more than a state rating. And that is why Prosper ISD is one of just a handful of Texas public school districts invited to be part of the Texas Public Accountability Consortium, which is working to develop a new, well-rounded, and inclusive way of assessing schools based on not only state assessments, but on the countless factors our families believe comprise a successful school district.
If you look historically at accountability systems that have been in place in the past, while the names have changed, they've all been about the same kind of thing. Very heavily focused on one day, one snapshot, one standardized test in the day of the life of a student as designed to measure a district's progress or lack thereof.
A snapshot in the day of a life is not good for any person, much less a student or a district. Our district is so much more, and each child is so much more than a test score on a certain day.
And when we look at state testing, that's a big moment. You take a state test and you get a result out of that. But when I look at what truly matters and what truly is in the heart of all of Prosper ISD and what parents are aspiring and dreaming and hoping for their kids, it's those small moments that happen each and every day inside of our buildings.
When we look at reform in terms of really coming up with a true accountability, the Tpac work is designed to do just that. It's not something designed to just change the name of the same kind of system. Instead, it's really looking at a different way of thinking about accountability for school districts. In fact, I would even argue that it's a greater accountability because it's designed for our community members, our families, our students to weigh in on what's important to them and the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of their students and what they're really looking for from their school district to allow them to really weigh in on what do we want from our school district.
People choose us because they see what's going on in Prosper ISD and they say, I want to be a part of that. And so it's vitally important in community-based accountability that we're providing what the community wants, not what someone in Austin says or someone in the Department of Education in Washington, D.C. says, but what the residents of Prosper ISD say. They say, we moved here for this. This is what we wanted.
It's about the big picture. It's about innovative learning and allowing these students who maybe don't do well on a standardized test to explore other areas, the fine arts, CTE, I mean, just all opportunities are out there.
Because you never know what a student's life work after they leave high school is actually going to be.
When students sit for a STAR, that information doesn't come back to us until the end of the year, and by then the year's instruction is gone. By community-based accountability, we have times where we're regularly checking in with the students, we're regularly assessing where they are, and that informs teachers' decision as far as instruction, how to best move those students to the next level.
One of the things we don't do very well in education right now is ask students if they feel successful. Do they feel confident in what they've learned? We just take the test score and say, well, either they learned or they didn't. But it's important that we get the feedback from the student to find out how are they progressing? Are they confident in what they've learned? And do they feel that they have the opportunities that they desire to move forward? And sometimes we do that at a high school level, but what we're looking at with community-based accountability is starting with 8-year-olds and moving all the way through and seeing that we're meeting these objectives at each level.
And I'm excited that we get to be a part of this. No one knows our students better than the community and the leaders within it.
So it's not Prosper ISD running away from state testing. We'll embrace it, we'll give a test. That's fine if that's what the state needs us to do. But really what matters here is what happens every single day. not the one day.